a little bit of an insight into how powerful culture really is. I want to share with you a story. There was a composer in Finland. He was a national musical icon. And he once threw a party for his friends, and one of his best friends shows up to the party and notices that there are no musicians at the party. This musical icon, who was the most renowned musical presence in the entire country, at his feast, at his party, there wasn't one musician. Who was there? It was hedge fund managers, bankers, Wall Street people. And he says, what's going on? What are these people doing here? And the composer tells him, well, you look at these people and you think that they're just regular businessmen, but they breathe, they live for music, they eat music, they sleep music. It's what they listen to on the way to work, on the way back from work. It's how they structure their off time. They're always around the symphony. He says, yeah, but what about the 71 musicians in your orchestra? Where are they? He says, the musicians, all they ever talk about is money. And therein you see how, unfortunately, for a lot of humanity, what we do and what we're passionate about does not always intersect and collide. But in behavioral health care, we don't have that option. And I'll explain you what I mean. We're going to talk about the 3 core values that Phoenix Rising and Renewal Health Group as a whole stand for, what our true passion and identity really is. And the first is empathy. But before we get into empathy for a moment, if you go to the hospital, God forbid, for a surgery, you don't really care whether the surgeon is filled with passion and empathy. You're more concerned that his hands don't shake, right? When you go to the dentist for a root canal, you're less concerned with the dentist's overall level of emotional commitment, and you're more concerned with how many root canals has he done in the past. And that's why in regular healthcare, culture is not as crucial and is not as vital as behavioral healthcare, where passion and warmth and the heart is indispensable to the effectiveness of the treatment.